So what is time series data? Basically, it's data that has a timestamp and some kind of measurement. And you're going to use this data to be able to determine performance of something that you're monitoring. And a lot of users will use this to monitor things like their infrastructure, their applications, or maybe their sensors on their wind turbines that are out in the fields. All that they're trying to do is trying to understand how is this thing performing compared to a minute ago, compared to now. And so that's time series data. No, it's actually more than just metrics to help you understand how your infrastructure is performing. It also can help you to understand how your users are doing with your service. So an example of that is that we've had a number of users where they thought they were just collecting information about a battery, how well it was storing energy for consumption. And over time, what they were noticing is that it appeared to them that the battery usage was actually going up. So people were using a lot more of the energy. Their first inclination was to assume that the battery was actually performing improperly, and so they were going to replace it. But as they really start to dig into the data and start working with their users, they realized that actually their users were using more energy for some unique purposes. In this particular instance, this was solar panels that were sold to people in rural Africa. And they hadn't considered that people would actually keep the lights on all night long and thus using all the energy that was stored in the battery. It was a use case that they didn't really think about. They just assumed everyone would shut off the lights at night. And when they asked their users why they were doing that, they simply told them, look, I'm in rural Africa. It's a little dangerous. I want to keep the lights on for safety purposes. And so it turned out it wasn't that the battery was bad. It was just another use case that they hadn't considered. So it's a great way of being able to look at metrics that were actually going to give them insight into how people were using it, and they could expand their service to their customers and ultimately making their customers a lot more happy with their service.